Hi, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Val,
We're the artists of Halcyon Bounty.
living our best lives through art and gardens.
About 4 years ago, we had this crazy idea that we would build a sculpture garden.
Michelle decided to build a labyrinth.
Um, our focus for the last 2 years has unfortunately been on other things.
Yeah, life comes along, gets in the way, and the weeds take over.
So, in this video, we hope to show you where we're at now and hope that you'll follow our journey as we kick this dream back into action.
Lots of hard work involved, so I hope you enjoy our journey.
Let's take a walk through the labyrinth and you can see what it looks like today. You'll notice that it's pretty overgrown. The pathways we've been able to preserve by keeping them mowed, but the garden beds are mostly whatever's blown in. When you live in the rural areas and the farmers plant fodder and you're surrounded by farmland, unfortunately, your gardens, if they're not continually maintained, grow whatever is on the wind. This year it seems to be oats and verus and some other grasses. As we walk, I'll give you a bit of a potted history of the labyrinth and where it all began. We started out with about 1 acre of empty land, some hay bales, and a grand idea. I wanted to create a garden that could be both the home and the inspiration for our sculptures and creative works. We laid out hay bales to form a huge labyrinth. The bales were intended to become the no-dig garden beds, and then the pathway was formed by lawn spaces between. I probably should mention at this point that I started this project as an artist, not as a gardener. My brother filmed a fantastic drone video of Halcyon Bounty when the labyrinth was first laid out. I'll attach that to the end of this if you're interested. We planted a load of baby trees and shrubs, and I spread about 30 grams of wild meadow flower seeds throughout the centre of the labyrinth on top of the hay bales. I also grew about 2,000 flower seedlings in our hothouse and planted them. So the first spring, it was a riot of flowers, butterflies, bees, and life. It was absolutely glorious. While spring and summer were absolutely beautiful, not so much when autumn and winter came. It rained through the district. It rained more than it has rained for a long time, and the entire area was flooded. Um, we were unable to get into the labyrinth to do any work for 4, 5, 6 months. The rain fell and the grass grew and grew until we couldn't see the paths and we couldn't see the hay bales. The grass was up to my waist. Eventually, I was able to get in there with a hand mower to hack the grass down and try and recover what I could. Um, it was still soggy for a long time and no chance of getting the ride on mower or any other equipment in there. For the last couple of years, we've spent little time in the studio or in the labyrinth working on our own stuff. Unfortunately, life has just thrown up other priorities. As you can see, the hay bales have now completely broken down, and we lost a few trees and shrubs in last year's drought. But the bones are still there, and the dream is still alive. I read somewhere recently the words, if it's your calling, it just keeps calling. And so the garden keeps calling to me. For the last few years, it's been my folly, but it's also my passion project. So now we're taking some time to give our creative life a bit of priority, and we're back in the studios and back in the gardens, and we'll spend the next 12 months bringing this dream into reality. Walking a labyrinth is supposed to be a calming and contemplative process, though I have to confess, as I walk through ours, mostly I'm contemplating the weeds. Thank you for joining me on this stroll through our gardens. The task ahead is huge, but we're going to eat this labyrinth one bite at a time. We'll record our progress in the studio and in the garden and drop a new video every couple of weeks. We'd really appreciate it if you follow us on our journey, subscribe to our channel, and like and share with your friends. We'd also be really interested in seeing your feedback, so leave comments and I will try to get back to you and answer as many as possible. Thanks.